I highly agree with the greater serpent of Ronda.
So weird, we're talking about fish. I wonder if anybody's interested in this. Oh yeah, I did find somebody. Somebody's interested in the fish.
Yep, that's me. Swooning over a discussion about fish descriptions and lore in the middle of the Language of Creation panel at FanFest 2023. I didn't really expect to be here at my first FanFest, but to tell that story, we need to go back a few days. Alright, so I'm at the train station. First part of my 13-hour journey to Las Vegas. Gonna be going train into New York City, meet up with a friend, and then we're gonna go to the airport for a red-eye over to Vegas. We're gonna be getting it at like 11:45 Vegas time, which will be 2:45 a.m. my time. So that's gonna be fun. Gonna try and stay up for that just to force my sleep schedule to reset. I don't know. But anyways, step one. The trip started off as expected. I was going to take a train towards New York City, meet my friend Matt, get some dinner, then head to the airport to catch our red-eye to Vegas. Matt's been a longtime Final Fantasy fan and a friend of mine, and this was also his first time going to FanFest. He's also a photographer and is the camera guy for a lot of these shots. Anyways, the start of the trip was going as expected. Train, dinner, airport. It was smooth and it was a great start.
So Joe, we're delayed.
Yeah, we're delayed again.
We were supposed to be what,
9:14, I think.
9:14, then it was 10.
Yeah, and then it was 10. Then
it
was
was 10:30.
10:30.
And now it's
10:55.
10:55. And it looks like the flight filled up. I don't really know how or why.
Yeah, we had a pretty...
We had a sweet empty
row, and now it's not.
Now it's not.
There was another Vegas flight before ours
that is also delayed for unrelated reasons.
Yeah. So yeah.
We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah,
we should have went to the lounge.
We should have gone to the lounge.
We should have gone to the lounge.
Yeah, that great start didn't last very long. Our plane was 3 hours late to leaving because it was late to arriving. And when we did finally get on the plane at midnight, it was just bumpy enough to barely get any sleep. But a few hours later, we did finally get into Vegas at 2 a.m. local time.
So we made it. It's what time actually is? It's like 2:30
in the morning.
In the morning.
It's like what, 2.5 hours later than we were supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm waiting on my bag. I want to die.
That sucked.
I mean, the flight was fine.
It was okay.
It was fine.
It was hot.
It was. God, the air vent did not help.
No.
But we're here. I'm gonna get my bag. We're gonna go to the hotel and then see if I can see it coming, and then die for approximately 4 to 8 hours. So,
see you then.
Yeah.
After this, we walked outside, groaned about how hot it was at 2 o'clock in the morning, got to our hotel, got some rest, and prepared for day one.
We're here.
We're here. We made it.
We're alive.
I don't know why I'm looking at my watch to find the temperature, but it's about 800,000 degrees.
Which for those in Europe, that's like what?
350,000 degrees?
350,000 degrees or something?
Yeah, so it's a bit toasty. Ooh, that breeze feels nice though.
That is a good breeze.
Not
really in the shade.
Yeah, so we just have to go and register, right? That opens in like 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go do that. We have to get the passes for the monorail.
Goals for the day.
Goals for the day, yes.
1,
lay it out.
Register
1,
for
so you know.
FanFest.
2, so we know.
Yeah, 1.
Dodge the ambulance.
Yeah. 1. Register for FanFest. 2. Before that, actually get 3-day monorail passes. 3 or 4? 3.
4.
4.
I lost count.
C. We're gonna swing by Target because we need to get some supplies for a trip we're doing on Sunday.
We need sunscreen.
And sunscreen. If you cannot tell, it's sunny in Las Vegas. E, or Roman numeral 4. We're gonna go scope out Mandalay Bay because we have the aquarium meetup tonight.
In 7 hours.
It's about 7 hours. So I'm gonna be there in 6 or less.
So if you're watching this,
if you're watching this,
be there.
it's too late.
Yeah.
So in about 7 hours is the aquarium meetup, so I'm going to go scope that out and see where we can put 130 people.
I mean, in the aquarium, presumably.
Yeah, well, in the aquarium, but it's like outside the aquarium?
Do they have like event rooms? I don't really know.
I don't think so. We haven't talked about it.
Is it like when you're a kid and you go to like the Discovery Center and you have like the little room on the side where you have the world's worst pizza?
No. I didn't order the pizza.
Oh. We at least play laser tag?
No.
Just laser tag, you run into the tank and spray and scare all the fish. So you can't tell, we're delirious from the heat.
It is kind of hot for people. We're both born and raised in the Northeast.
Yeah, I mean, it's hot, but it's not
terrible.
this level of hot.
Yeah.
Which, you're talking to some folks last night, and apparently the convention center can get toasty, but that person's buddy said that the air conditioning was good, so we'll find out tomorrow who was correct.
Watch that video for that answer.
Unless we die, in that case, you won't watch that video.
Then again, if we die, you probably won't be watching this video either, because I won't be editing it.
No, I still have the footage, so someone will edit it.
That's true. Anyways, that's the goals for today. We'll be back with whatever we end up doing next. Maybe it'll be in the Target.
I'm gonna eat my cupcake.
Yeah, go eat your gluten-free.
Why'd they give me a spoon?
Is it an ice cream
that's
cupcake?
concerning.
Is it
No,
an ice cream
no.
cupcake?
If it's an ice cream cupcake, we've made mistakes.
It explains why it's gluten-free.
So.
That looks good though.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna eat this cupcake, so we'll be back at some point.
So we started our way to the convention center to get our tickets. I was asking around to people who had already arrived what the steps were for getting our passes. They just said, follow the mass of people. And we did. There was a lot of people. I had a few fish trading cards on me, and I gave them to a few people who were wearing the classic Born to Fish, Forced to Save Eorzea shirt. And shout out to the guy who yelled, "You're the fish guy!" and then apologized for calling me that on Twitter. You didn't have to apologize. It was fine. Either way, we stood in line for maybe 20 minutes to get our passes, not knowing that this was a big foreshadowing for the upcoming days. Once we did get our passes and met some of the other Fishers of Light, we took the monorail back down the strip to Mandalay Bay. We grabbed some lunch and picked up the tickets for the aquarium meetup, which was just a few hours away. The aquarium meetup started off with a few people, but in the end, there was about 120 people who showed up. And while I was working to check people in and hand out tickets, Matt went around those who had already arrived and asked for their thoughts on fishing, what they brought with them, and what they were hoping for in the yet-to-be-announced expansion trailer.
So I'm under the impression that you have some stickers.
Yes, in my bombard fish, I actually have a bunch of prism fish stickers.
Ooh.
So they're super shiny and of all sorts of colors that you could get in the game.
And I heard that you have some animosity towards the Warden of the Seven Hues related to those stickers.
Yes, someone just asked me if I had a warden in here. Just one warden? No. If I don't have the warden, nobody's getting the warden.
Makes sense to me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So you're saying the downtime is too much?
No more 30-day downtime, big fish, please. Please.
Fair enough. The Christmas was a dark time.
I mean, we know that Stormblood was kind of the underwater expansion, and I'm still holding out for Blitzball as a big Final Fantasy X fan.
Get the jet kick and the whole nine.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that because, I mean, with the latest Hildebrand quest, they always like to flaunt their animation during those quests, and they've been showing a lot of volleyball and basketball. I think we might be getting some Blitzball, and maybe at some point we'll get to kick a pufferfish or something.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Shout out to Elisa Vassar, who couldn't get tickets and is cat sitting for us instead.
And made this shirt.
We're in the big tunnel. We interviewed a bunch of people. It's going well. I don't know where Joe is. It's really loud. We'll check in later.
It was great to be able to bring all the fishers together in a single place for what I believe is the first ever Final Fantasy XIV Fisher meetup. The Mandalay Bay is absolutely amazing, and if you ever are in the Las Vegas area and have a spare hour or two, it's totally worth the trip. Everyone had a ton of fun overall, and I think Matt summed it up pretty well.
We're post meetup now. I think it went well. I have no idea where Joe is. In the previous clip you saw, I lost him. I still lost him, or he's still lost from me. So I'm just outside chilling. I got like the world's largest water bottle because it's pretty hot and humid in there. But I think it went well. There's like a alarming amount of people. Like you go into the aquarium and like every other person has one of these. I almost hit my nose on the mic. One of these name tags on. And there were a few people in there that were kind of confused and were like, what is this thing? So we had to do some explaining, but it's all good. Hopefully Joe leaves this in. Joe, you better leave this in. And then he can end the thing to explain his viewpoint. But I thought it went pretty well. Everyone seemed to have a good time. Hopefully you saw some good images, both video and stills of people, having a good time in there. People enjoying the touch tank in particular. So yeah, overall, I think a success.
It was a success, and probably the best part of FanFest for me. After we were done at the aquarium, I went to another meetup. Matt went somewhere, I forget. And then we met back up and crashed in the hotel room and prepped for the first true day of FanFest. By now, you've probably already heard the stories. The lines were long, it was really hot, Dawn Trail was announced, Yoshi P wore a shirt, so we're just going to skip ahead a little bit.
Welcome to FanFest Day 1. It's a bit later in the day. As you can tell, my voice is already very scratched. We've spent most of the morning kind of just looking around, seeing what's here. We'll take you around to a few of the things either today or tomorrow. What's been happening so far, though, is we've had the keynote, opening ceremony. They just finished up the lore panel, and that's about it. Welcome to the show floor. We have behind me, the Loperitz Club is just going off. We have a couple of mini games, one based on Pandemonium, the other one based on Old Charlie and Scholars Harbor and fishing, which I will absolutely be doing, and we'll show that later. They have all of the art from the art contest on display over there. There's a Rods and Han hangout area. Island Sanctuary is absolutely crazy, the amount of activities they have. We'll get some shots of them all for everyone to show you, because we've in researching for FanFest, we noticed that there's not a lot of footage of the actual show floor. So that's what we're going to be showing you coming up.
Yeah, I didn't do any of that. And it wasn't because I didn't want to, but it was because whenever I did want to, I had an opportunity to meet other fishers, hang out with friends, or listen to a panel. I interviewed a couple of fishers who were there. I talked to Una, who was running a fish minigame that you could get stickers from. And I talked to Carbuncle Plushie, who is the creator of the tracker that we all know and love. Overall, I thought FanFest was great, and I had a ton of fun. I'm excited for the next opportunity I get to meet up with all of you, because this game is more than just about raiding or housing or even fishing. It's about being with your friends and swooning over fish. Or maybe that was just me?